Right, so the other one failed miserably because my internet dropped out. But yeah, we're back up and running now. Right, we should get them back up in a minute. It's having some problems with it, my internet and everything. Hi mate, how you doing? Hello Jack. Alright, we'll get into it again. I was doing it earlier, but my stream messed up quite badly and dropped out. So out of interest, what do you lads use for, well, more so you Dav, what do you use for streaming software? Because I use OBS, but I haven't had the best experience with it, to say the least. Oh, Daff, have to give you permission to show your comment. What have you put now? Oh, that's not bad at all. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, it's simple to use, but it seems pretty rubbish. Oh, thanks for that, Jack. I will fix that now live for you. I didn't realise. Oh, OBS is killing itself again. I will be back to you in 30 seconds while I just fix this. This is such a pain, honestly. Right, there we go. Let's carry on. Right, get the chat back up. I swear, I hate OBS. This has been such a pain. It's trying to stream and then it messes up. Right, get that good old Massey. It's gonna be second hand because I can't afford a new one. What do you call it? Yeah, well, Jack, just because you're not good with tech doesn't mean that you shouldn't do a YouTube channel. You don't have to do any of this streaming stuff. I use the most basic editing software I can find and it still works fine. Anyway, we'll start doing some stuff before you not get bored to death. Why isn't it showing on the map? That's annoying. Hi Sunroof, how are you doing? Alright, fair enough, Jack. Are you still here, Daff, or you've gone? Because what videos do you lot want to see next? Because there's a lot that I could do, but what do you want me to do? Yeah, I thought you were. Cheers, mate. So what videos do you lot want to see next? Yeah, I've got the same, Jack. It says 2 viewers for me, but when I go on to YouTube watch time, it says 8 of them, so it's a bit weird. Because when I'm on the chat on my phone, it says 2, but YouTube on the streaming thing, it says 8. Pretty messed up. What do you mean I don't have enough money? Oh, I'll have to sell some things. Or we could just do, yeah, you totally didn't see that. Right. Actually, let's get a case. You can't go wrong with a case. Well, you can actually, because they're cheap. Yeah, I could do, Duff. I could do. Because, I could do you a custom shader, because I'm not going to say too much, but in that package that will be coming to you, there might be a shed in there already, waiting to come down to you. Oh, where is it? Just got to sell this because it is doing my head in. There we go. Right. Yeah, thanks, Stuff. Yeah, there will be. Well, you know there's a log splitter in there. You now know there's a shed in there. Whether how many sheds in there, you'll have to wait to see. They're not massive, but they're still sheds. And then there's gonna be. Well, I won't say anything more, but it'll be a little bit of firewood, a little bit of bedding, but there'll be more still to come. Uh, Yeah, well, it's sort of one of them is almost that size, Jack. It's a very small workshop, but it's got a reasonable bit of detail, workbench lined out on the inside. It's not amazing, but it's still half decent. Because if you had a workshop on your farm, Daff, it would add to the realism a lot more. I mean, it is amazing your farm at the moment, but a workshop would just make it even better. Yeah, that does work, Jack. I've done it, but I use a mixture of brushwood's straw and sawdust. But I sieve the sawdust, so it's really, really fine stuff. Yeah, that would be great, Daff. Yes, Jack, I should shut up. I shouldn't say any more, otherwise, when Daff does a video on it, it'll be like, oh yeah, well, we already knew that was happening. Alright, need to leave 2 out here. Because then we do a multiplayer on here sometimes, and we've got, can't remember his name, but one of the people on the multiplayer is buying 2 of these off me. So we just need to put 2 to the side. But I will do another multiplayer on here somewhere. It's a little orange, Jack, it is a little, but once you mix it in with that sawdust, it looks fine. Alright, stick this one in the corner, and then we'll go and get that Massey from the dealership and start collecting them all up. One thing that you could do that would make it even more realistic, Daff, is if you had a area that's quite messy all the time. So if you had like a little area and you'd have like some firewood in it, a couple of old, like an old trailer, just a bit of a messy area. I know you're a contractor yard like mine, so it's generally more tidy, but you've got a reasonable bit of space. So if you had a little messy area, that would look pretty good. And also if you had a mini digger on it, it would look really good. What do you mean gates and stuff, barrels, etc., Jack? But won't say too much now, but we might be getting a bigger shed is all I'll say, which means a lot more room, because it's very cramped at the moment, and I have it multiple layers as it is. But yeah, it would allow me to have a much bigger and wider yard, because the only thing I have at the moment is it's not very wide, so you can't arrange it like how I'd like to if I had like a square board. I forgot about that bucket in the hedge. Yeah, that would be good stuff. I don't know how doable it would be, but if you attached a little bit of board, so the L shape at the bottom of your model, where it goes round to the uh, arable field and the smaller paddock, if you made a little, put another piece of ply, just a small bit, a track width, then you could have that track going off to the left and round, and then it could go, you could have a gateway, so you didn't need to go across the arable field to get to that paddock, and also you would have a you could have the road, so it's like more people are going down it. Yeah, yeah, that is true. Some of the yards around my way are, you would be surprised. Oh no, didn't mean to get in this one. There we go. Right, sort out this bit. Let's go third person, it's just a little bit easier. I really should just drive round, but oh well. Right, let's see. Where's it gone? Why is there two of them sat here? Right, what we're gonna do is... Oh, I should have this set up earlier, don't worry. Right, someone we're gonna have it so... This stream is going so badly, but some... Oh, I need to look what I'm doing. Someone we're gonna have it so there's gonna be a call with people talking. Anyway, I don't know how well it's gonna work. Okay, yeah, good on that. But is there anything that you lot would like to see happen on the diorama sort of soonish? Because I've been thinking of changing the yard around a little bit. Not majorly, but thinking of a bigger clamp and how I'd set the sheds out a little different. Because originally when I laid it out I had that weird angle, but since I added that extra piece of wood, it gives me a lot more room. But where do we leave? No, it's not in that yard, it's in the other. Yeah, that's exactly what I like to do, Jack, but the space at the moment doesn't allow for that. I mean, I think where that Kubota gets parked alongside the castle, that's going to be going out and it's all going to be castle. But, because the amount that has changed over the last year, like that lambing shed's new, big shed with all the bales in is quite new. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that the other day, is like doing a bit more concrete somewhere, and having it so the muck can get scraped to there. It's like I'd like to do a slurry lagoon, but it's all space. I've missed the turning, haven't I? I need to be in the other field. Yeah, I completely agree with Jack. I want to do like a little bit of concrete. I see it on one of the farms I do a lot of work on. Is they have like outside, it's horse farm, so outside the stables, they have a little corner of concrete, and it's like a silage clamp, but it's for the muck, and then they empty it once a year, or every now and again. That's not a bad idea. Where the old clamp is quite small, and it would be quite awkward to get a shed to fill that space. So I suppose I could do, but I'm thinking of completely rearrange it. Yeah, exactly, Jack. Yeah, I definitely know. I want to change out a few models because after it's Daft's fault, I wouldn't have been so hooked on the Viking and more detailed stuff. The other stuff's great, but after buying that class Arian off of him, I, it's just got me hooked. So I've changed out that class Scorpion. I could have never thought of getting one of them. Got one now, and I'm so glad I have. It's a bit big though. I like to get something a bit smaller, possibly, like a pivot telehandler. I might change it eventually. But yeah, like the 6820, I'm probably going to be changing to a 6125R or a Fendt. Can't remember the number on it, but there's quite a bit I'd like to change about. I want to put an entrance into that yard from this field because it's annoying having to go out on the road all the time. It might be. It's one. It can take jewels on the back. So I was also looking at a Kubota with jewels, but I'll see. It's all money as well. Because the only thing with this hobby, it's not cheap. Yeah, completely agree, Sunroof. What we might do is yeah, completely agree, Jack. That Ross, I was a bit like, hang on a minute, why is that bent? I spent good money on this. But then I did get an amazing deal on that. I got that so cheap compared to what it was because it was clearance. You're right, 1 to 32 scale farming. Yeah, what we might do is get Jack to send me a bunch more pictures, and we will do a trial video, shove it on my channel, and if it gets really good response, we will then have to start him up a channel. Because if his farm looks better than mine. I mean, he doesn't have as many diggers, which is a bit disappointing. He needs to get himself a couple of diggers, but he's got some good stuff on there. Oh no, you're taking the pee. Yeah, well, you need to get a Kubota as well, if that's what you mean by that, Jack. You need to get a Kubota. It's not possible to survive without one. Oh, this is going to be tight. I really got too big a kit for this map. But I'll go in the other gateway, do the top field first. I'd like to, Jack, but my display isn't big enough for that. If I get a new shed and bigger one, I definitely will, but it's also the money. There might have been. Icona 996. But the contractor's yard I am thinking of redoing because yeah, my modeling's changed decent bit over the last year. Since I've had YouTube, I've really had the need to make it look good. And it's been looking good, and the main yard's had a lot of stuff done to it. The contractor's yard hasn't really been touched. So I like the building how it is, but I might think of changing it up a little. Yeah, I think well, I'm pretty sure Steven's redoing his farm November time, but I'm not gonna do it the same time as him because then it means he's not gonna be doing model farm vids. I will be, and that's gonna give me obviously more views because people will be looking for them when they're not seeing his, and then when I'm not doing some, he will be, which will it will just help us both out really. Is the way I see it. That's glitched. Right. This might try and import some photos. I just want it to charge. Yeah, I thought it would. Go away. Go away. Don't care. Go away. Can edit a video later. There we go. Alright, back to work. Yeah, they are quite much agreed. I often go back and see some of Daft's just because of his kit is mint. Because I've often thought if we, what you call it, of doing like a bit of a collab with all the big YouTubers, as I call it. So it'd be like me, Tom, Daff, Stephen, and Daniel, and had it so all the on the farms made sense, linked up. So, but I'm not sure how it'd work. No, don't do that. Go away. Right, X. What have you done 1/32 scale farming? Yeah, there's lots of people that would watch you. I mean, you've got Model Farmer 6710, the biggest YouTuber doing it. He will shout you out, and he said that, and I would, as much as help as my little channel would be. Oh, why isn't that working? Need to get this field road up as well soon. I don't really see the problem with us having the same kit. I mean, same like cars I get, but I'm sure we can figure out having different ones. But same tractors, don't really see why that'd be a problem. I mean, I think a lot of them have 6125Rs, and I might hopefully be getting one, but it all depends. I've done that before, 1/32 scale farming, yeah, know how it is. I've done it when I was it was something on the deck. There was a, what do you call it? There was a pulley that was jammed, so I was heating it up to try and free it up. I didn't realise that, I thought the deck had been washed out properly. It hadn't. There was loads of grass on top that all went up in flames. Yeah, that is. I would like to get my. What I might think about doing is changing the Arian, class Arian, for a 6125R without a front loader, and then changing the 6820 to. I don't want to downgrade in horsepower because I need to keep the track. It's like that case. We didn't have that at the beginning of the year, but we had. I got that because we need another tractor with higher horses. So the three big tractors with the horses, the Massey, the Case, and the 6820, and we need it like that. So the 6820 would definitely have to be the same horse or higher. Yeah, yeah, there is that. There is that. But I'm looking at a Fendt at the moment with back duals. That might be an option, but I'm not sure. It's all money. I don't want to spend too much on models because I might be building a proper bigger shed, and I would want to do that properly, so I'd want to save the money to do that. Alright, we'll load this up and end it. It's gonna be a bit of a short one. Yeah, it's about, I can't remember the number, it's about the same horses, but I think we will probably be going for that. And it's actually not too bad for the money. It's a lot cheaper than the 6125R. 20 quid cheaper, and it's about fair few horses bigger. But yeah, exactly, Jack. What we'll do, Jack, because I'm gonna end the stream, we can always join a vid call with the other lads. Because this is really badly set up, so I think we'll end it here. But thanks all of you for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one. Quite an old picture, that's when we had that field was really overgrown before the new fence was there. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see all of you someone or on the next stream or whenever it happens. Yeah, you too, Sunroof. Oh, press the wrong one again. Meant to end it. Uh, yeah, thanks. Alright, see ya.